Hello BBN. Samis Calderon in Kentucky? Does that make sense? Would he be a wild addition to this team? I want to see your opinion at the end of the video, but first, subscribe to the channel, hit the button and subscribe to receive more news from Kentucky. The anticipation surrounding Samis Calderon's visit to Kentucky basketball marks another important step in Coach Mark Pope's ongoing recruiting work. Scheduled for November 9th and 10th, the four-star forward's visit could further strengthen the Wildcats roster for the 2025 class. Calderon, currently involved with Overtime Elite, also has an interesting connection to Kentucky. He is teammates with Jasper Johnson, who has already committed to the Wildcats. Is this a big factor? This connection between Calderon and Johnson is no small detail, as it reinforces Pope's integration and attraction to building a core of athletes who are familiar with each other, something that could be crucial in forming a cohesive and competitive team in the near future. Calderon brings a physicality that aligns well with Kentucky's needs, especially with the versatility he can add on the wing. Although he is not yet ranked by 247 Sports, his four-star rating and his position as the number 35 wing in the 2025 class indicate the potential he can bring to the program. This visit is particularly important because Pope not only monitors the talents on the roster, but also maintains ongoing and direct contact with them, demonstrating his commitment to ensuring Kentucky is a top option for talented young athletes like Calderon. Coach Pope is aware of the competition, as Calderon has other respectable options in mind. He recently visited the Auburn Tigers, Tennessee Volunteers and Michigan Wolverines programs, in addition to having an offer extended by Kansas. This intense competition underscores Calderon's relevance on the national stage and the urgency to keep him in close contact with the environment and opportunities that Kentucky offers. Each of these visits provides a chance for Calderon to compare the environment and structure of each program, and Pope certainly wants this experience in Lexington to make a lasting impression. While there is no set timetable for Calderon's decision, the scheduled visit represents a significant step forward in the relationship between the athlete and Kentucky. Pope continues to work hard on several targets for 2025, and keeping Calderon among the potential recruits is strategic. For fans, watching Pope's progress and interactions with these young talents is an invitation to witness how Kentucky firmly positions itself in the competition for top-tier athletes. Pope's recruiting record not only demonstrates his commitment to rebuilding and elevating the team, but also reaffirms Kentucky's tradition as a place where stars can develop and reach their full potential. Have you subscribed to the channel? Now that we're talking about football, have you seen all the buzz? The possibility of John Sumrall replacing Mark Stoops as the coach of the Kentucky Wildcats is generating mixed expectations and uncertainties among fans and analysts. Sumrall, with his strong connection to Kentucky since the 2000s, when he played for the program, is emerging as a heavyweight name if Stoops somehow doesn't return next season. Amid a disappointing season, in which the Wildcats earned a big win on the road over Ole Miss but stumbled in several games against lesser qualified teams, the pressure on Stoops is increasing. With a trajectory that has brought improvements to the program, he has built a solid foundation and made the Wildcats seen in a more respectful light in the SEC scenario. However, the growing perception is that Stoops may not have the necessary stamina to take the program to the next level of competitiveness. If you want more basketball and football news, subscribe to the channel. Sumrall, on the other hand, is currently thriving as the head coach of the Tulane Green Wave, where he has garnered accolades in the American Athletic Conference. His experience at Kentucky as a player and later as a coach puts him in a unique position to understand what it takes to transform the team into a true SEC contender. According to renowned SEC analyst Paul Feinbaum, Sumrall is already a top prospect for coaching vacancies at other SEC schools, though many are still unfilled. Feinbaum noted on the Matt Berry Show that Sumrall is on the cusp of becoming one of the most sought-after names, underscoring his rise in the college scene. Sumrall's connections to Kentucky and Auburn, where he worked at Alabama, add to his appeal as a potential coaching option. Feinbaum hinted that if there were to be a change at Auburn, Sumrall could be a top candidate. And for Kentucky, Sumrall's emotional and historical connection to the program is an element that could ease the transition, especially if Stoops decides to go another way. The odds are not that Stoops will be fired, as he still has support within the university, but speculation about his retirement or an amicable transition is starting to gain traction, especially in a season where expectations have been frustrated. However, a change in leadership requires caution. Sumrall may be the ideal candidate, but for him to actually arrive, a significant adjustment to the current structure of the program would be necessary. The offseason will certainly be a decisive period for the Kentucky Wildcats, as the possibility of a coaching overhaul would represent a new chapter in the search for continued relevance in the college basketball scene. What do you think? Does football need to change completely? Comment below.